Hello guys and welcome back to the channel. This is Addy and I'm here to play another game of chess. Yesterday I got above the coveted 1200 position, which I was very excited about, and with a game that was up and down, had quite a dramatic conclusion and completely just lifted my spirits. Today we're going to see if we can keep that going. So be sure to click and subscribe and ring the bell and do all that other stuff you do with other YouTube channels, because the more that people watch, the more likely it's not really going to affect whether or not I play chess. But let's get started with the game. Let's go. Now again, I just got over the 1200 mark yesterday. You need to go back and watch the video. Now, I guess I've already given away the biggest spoiler of them all, because you obviously can conclude that by my attitude and how happy I am that I won the game. But it was a great game. Even after I completely flubbed my rook, it was. I still managed to come back and ultimately checkmate my opponent. Now, I did go back and watch that game a little bit, and I noticed that actually the move right before I checkmated him, or like two moves before that, he had checkmate on me, but he completely missed it. So I got extremely, extremely lucky. So that was, excellent on my part. I managed to pull it off. Now here we are. We are playing Romvaru, and I love guessing what country they're from by the flag, and that is a blue, white, and red. Is that Italy? Is that where that is? Is that an Italian? We'll check in a minute. I'm just going to go ahead and guard my pawn. Italy. France, I was close. Italy and France are right next to each other. What does the Italian flag look like? Italian flag. I don't even know what the Italian flag looks like. Italian flag. Can you show me? Okay, so it's green, blue, and red, whereas France's is blue. Oh, I'm sorry, blue, white, and red. All right, what is he doing? He wants to push up and annoy my bishop, which is fine. I'll probably just drop back with the bishop. Yeah, but in the meantime, I'm just going to go ahead and castle, like always. Castle early, castle often. But you can only castle once. But castle early. Ever since I adopted that strategy, I think my game has improved a little bit. So I just try to get the pieces out and castle as quickly as I can, within reason. Obviously, if my opponent does something ridiculous, I will go ahead and take advantage of it. But we'll see. All right, so he will probably take. I'll drop back and check and see how he reacts. He'll probably bring this out. I'm thinking about taking here. Maybe he takes and then I take. Yeah, because then if I bring my queen or my rook over, this will be a nice discovered attack, or maybe I could get his queen. So let's see what happens. So if he takes, if he takes, he will be threatening my rook, but that's not really a big concern, because I could just take it back, but I could play it off like, oh no, he's threatening my rook. Let me move this over. Then I'm not sure what he would do next, but then I would be set up for a discovered check where I could catch his queen. So let's see if that comes to fruition. Let's see. Hopefully Romvaru is not one of the two people watching this stream, but if he is, then I've kind of like screwed myself. But you got to roll with the punches. You got to roll with them as you take them. I hope everybody had a great day. My day was excellent. I slept in a little bit. I didn't get started at work until about 8:30. It's actually like 8:20. Normally I wake up at 8 o'clock, 7:30, 8 o'clock. But today it was a little cold and breezy outside. All right, so he's doing what I thought by threatening my rook. I'm going to stick with my... Do I want to take it? No, he is rated 1077. I am going to go on the fact that I'm just going to go on the fact that he's not going to see this. So he's threatening my rook. I'm going to be like, oh no, I don't want him to take my rook, realizing that I could just take the bishop, but he might be like, oh my god, this guy didn't even see that I could take the bishop. So now I can discover check him and hopefully get that queen. It all depends on what he does next. Let's see. Berto Prey is in the house saying cop lob, Berto Prey. I was waiting for your stream to finish before I started playing, and then I kind of forgot and made myself some dinner, and then I went and checked back and you were off, so I don't know. I mainly wait until Joe finishes his stream because Joe's kind of the only person that watches me. And even though he's a big YouTuber now, like big and famous, I still don't want to go up against him. Not that it would even be a competition, but just, but I mostly just like Joe to just like, because he's the only person that watches me sometimes. All right, I don't know. Joe says he sees it. He sees the trap. He might see the trap. I mean, but he doesn't have a lot of options. About the only option he could do is just move his queen somewhere I can't attack it. So he could maybe move it here. No. That would be a bad decision on his part. He could move. I was trying to think of where he could move to protect the bishop. But there isn't anywhere he could move to protect the bishop with. Okay, he didn't see it, so I'm getting that queen. Yeah, I'm getting the queen. The queen is mine. The queen is mine. I'm getting the queen. Oh yes, I am. All right, come on. He very well may just go ahead and resign at this point. A lot of lower level players will do that, myself included. That if it's early on in the game, I mean, we haven't even really reached the middle game yet. Neither of us have all of our pieces developed, so it's still, So if you get a lower level player, and he went ahead and resigned because he knew I was getting the queen. That is a 1224 plus 14 points. I am marching my way up to 1300. I think overall this game is probably not worth an analysis. I had one mistake. One mistake. So since this game finished pretty quickly, I don't think I want to dive back into another 30-minute game. I guess I could, but I think instead maybe I'll do a 5-minute game. Now, 5-minute game will not affect the score of the 30-minute games. They're separate scores. So I don't want to affect the score of the 30-minute games, and I think a 5-minute game is the answer to that. So let's find a 5-minute game, and I can start with that. Okay, yeah, new game. So now there's one where you can you add. Is this the one 3 minutes where you add seconds? What about 5? Okay, so I think what this line means, it's a 5-minute game, but every turn you get an additional 5 seconds. I think that's how it works. Let's try that one. Let's see if I can find somebody. And it has a little lightning bolt next to it. So it's a blitz. It is a blitz game. So your blitz score is different than your regular score. All right, so here we go. We're starting off 5 minutes. This is going to be tough. So you see how it went up to 504. You can see I'm a 901 player on this. So not very good. I am playing Borbrabi. He is also from the United States. He is rated 608. I mean, that is a pretty low rating. So I would, what are we doing? He's just, I don't know what he wants to do. I'm just going to stick to my philosophy of, of castling early, castle early, castle often. That's what my grandma always said. Castle early, castle often. No, but she did it. But I did learn chess from my uncle, and my uncle on my mother's side. And this uncle, I can maybe remember maybe 10 times in my life ever really speaking to him. Like, he and I were just never close. I never really got to know him. And he's still alive. I suppose I could take the initiative to do that. But I do remember, like, once when I was just I was a young kid. I had to be 5 or so, and that's when he taught me how to play chess. Now, I didn't really get into it. I mean, I learned the basics. I learned like how each piece moves. I learned the basic rules, things like that. But I never, I should have taken that. I never really got into it enough to, learn any strategy, become good at it. He's going to take my queen. No, he can't take my queen. So it really wasn't until I was in my 30s that I actually started going on websites and actually actively trying to improve my chess. Chess has always been chess and drawing. Those are the two things that I've always wanted to be good at. And I'm, for like somebody who doesn't really practice drawing, somebody who didn't practice drawing, I was I could draw decently. I could draw better than the average person, but I always wanted to do those like hyper realistic or even just like semi realistic drawings. And then for some reason I always wanted to draw like a graphic novel. So I don't know why, but anyway, so chess and drawing, and then in my 30s is when I decided to like start playing chess a little bit, and I got a little bit better. I am now definitely better than I was 20 years ago when I just knew the basic rules. I think I could beat most people that really have only played a handful of chess games in their life, which is fine, which is respectable. But the more you practice something, the more you get better at it. And recently, about 6 months ago, I took up drawing as well, where at night I'll put the computer away, put something on TV, and I'll just sit at my table, at my table here in the living room, the coffee table, and just draw. And my drawing has improved, so that's cool. So the more I don't have a lot of time. I can't just keep blabbing like this. I'm gonna take that. The more you do something, definitely the better you get at it. All right, so let's see what we got here. What is he doing? Maybe bring this guy up. Just bring him back. I think next I'll push up here. No. All right, 4:43. Time is okay right now. It's not the best. The best is bring it down here. You're the best. The best. You're the best. I'm thinking of a scene from the movie Run Lola Run, which is a great movie. If you've never seen it, you should go check it out. It's a good movie. Okay, what do we got going on here? What was I talking about? About chess and drawing. And I've started watching a few YouTubers that they draw regularly. And you can learn, and like YouTube is wonderful. Like when I was a kid 30, 40 years ago, and you just had to rely on books and stuff. What are we gonna do? Do I want to harass his bishop more? Nah, I don't. It's fine where it is. Oh no, wait a minute. I can do queen here. Let's do that. Thought of moving here. Maybe bring my rook over, line up against this queen. But actually, I haven't drawn since I went to Greenland. It's what is he doing? He's annoying me. That's what he's doing. All right, fine. I'll drop back. Yeah, no, and that was like October 9th I left. So it's been a good like 3 weeks almost since I have really drawn anything. I need to. I took my stuff to draw. I took it with me to Greenland, and I just didn't draw for whatever reason. I just didn't draw. Okay, so he's messing here. He's annoying the hell out of me. I'm going to see if he leaves the bishop where it's at, because I might just take it. If he does, I'm just going to take the bishop. He's just annoying me. Now, I have the time advantage. I am up almost more than a full minute than he is. And time is very critical in these games. That's why I don't like them. I don't like thinking about time unless I absolutely have to. I don't want to play some like 3-hour game, but I don't want to play like a 30-second game either. All right, so he sees what I'm doing, so I'll go ahead and do this. I think I'm going to take that bishop there. it's hard because normally I like to talk through with you guys about what my next plan is, what I'm visualizing, what I'm thinking, but I don't have a lot of options. I mean, I don't have a lot of time to do that right now, so it's difficult. So he just wants to. I'm gonna. You know what? Maybe I will, if I can threaten the queen somehow and get the queen over to that square. No, that's not going to work. Let's go ahead and stick with my plan and take it. And probably take with the queen. Oh, he took with the rook. Interesting choice. I almost moved this up, but that would be a bad idea. I need to remember that. I almost did that. I almost hung my queen. It's difficult to pay attention when you don't have a lot of time left. I'm probably going to... Ooh, he would be smart to do that. No, because then I would just take. And then he takes, and then I take. So no, that wouldn't be a good move on his part. I do think I will take this pawn, force him to move the rook. Then I can get... that's a good option. That's not a bad deal. If I move up, he takes... No, that's not good for anybody. I'm going to move my queen here. I'm going to threaten this, which would be checkmate. He could take that. No, he could take with the bishop. I take with my knight. He takes with his knight, which would be threatening my queen. That could potentially screw up my plans. He's probably going to push down. I just get the feeling he's going to push down with his pawn. He pushes down. I take this pawn here, and then I'm making a beeline for checkmate. No, he wants to harass. He really wants to harass this this knight. Now, if I go here, he's probably just going to go right back there. That's kind of what I think. Let's see. If he goes back there, I'm going to be pissed. That's an option. Was that my bishop? That was my bishop, wasn't it? Yeah. All right. I'll take his horsey. I'll do that. But I got some exciting trips planned. I'm pretty excited. I will be going to Spain. That kind of came out of nowhere. I will be going to Spain in Abril, which is Spanish for April. I have family in Spain, so I'll be able to see some cousins and, you know, things like that. People like that. That'll be cool. I'm looking forward to that. Also, let's do this. I'm gonna move my rook over here. Yeah. So yeah, so I'll be going. So I will be in Spain for a week. Really haven't even considered much about like what we're gonna do, or you know where we're gonna go. It's just gonna fly into Madrid and just we'll figure it out. But this is in April, so I got several months to think about it. So that's cool. And then he wants a queen trade. Now, if people want a queen trade, generally, you don't want to give it to them. Anyone's going to move over here. He brings this down. Bring it here. Go there. Bird of Prey says Spain is Europe's Mexico. You know, that's more Portugal. It's really more Portugal. But it's okay. No, but I haven't been to. I've never been to Spain, so I'm looking forward to it. This guy is being annoying as fuck. If I go here, he's going to bring the bishop down, but then I take that, so maybe he won't do that. He's getting stressed for time, too. I can see it in his playing. So Spain, and then in May, I'm really excited about my trip in May. I will be going to Argentina. I will be going to be flying into Buenos Aires, where I'll be spending like, wait a minute, let's see, what is he? All right, he's just trying to protect that king. I have an idea. I'm going to bring this over, then push up. But yeah, so I'll be flying from Argentina, or from Washington, D.C., where I live, to Buenos Aires, be spending a week in Buenos Aires, and then I can't get my train of thought. Oh, God, the pressure. And it's not even me who has the pressure. I could fork. I've got a good fork coming up, but he's going to run out of time. It doesn't matter too much. Bird of Prey says, I've never been to Spain, but I like the music. You know, if you've never been to Spain, you might actually like Colombian music. You should give Colombian music a try. What if I go here, check, he takes, I can't take, that's not going to work. Why did I not even... Okay. He wants the queen trade. All right, I'm not going to talk. I got to concentrate. It's getting towards the end. That 5 seconds really, really adds up. I guess it's the quicker you make it. Come on. Come on. Oh, shit. I didn't even see that. I'll get the queen. Now it's a question of whether or not I can checkmate him. I can't breathe. I can't talk. Because I've got this game. I've got this in the bag. It's mine to lose at this point. As long as I don't F up. It shouldn't be this hard to checkmate somebody, but for me it is. All right, we're getting close to checkmate now. Next move should be checkmate. Finally! Woo! Woo! All right, that got really intense there at the end. Finally, I was able to get checkmate, though. 4 mistakes, 2 blunders. That's fine. I don't even want to do an analysis. But back to my trip to Argentina. Like Joe says, I've never been to Spain, but I kind of like the music. Joe, you should check out Colombian music. I think I know what you're talking about, but you should check out some. Actually, I can send you some Colombian music. See if you like it. Buenos Aires, looking for Carmen Sandiego. No, I've never been. I want to go. And then, but I'm going to go to Buenos Aires for a week. Then I'm going to go to El Calafate. I'm not sure how to pronounce it. El Calafate, which is in Patagonia in the south, and be there for a few days. And then go to Ushuaia, which is in the south. Like you're talking like, you know, not very close, but close to Antarctica. You know, it's basically the only thing south of Ushuaia is Antarctica. So it's pretty far down there. So I'm really looking forward to that trip. And my goal for 2022 is my passport is a little over half full, and it is by far the fullest passport I've ever had. And what I mean by full is how many stamps you have. And so so I want to get as many stamps on the passport as possible. And Joe also says, the never been to Spain, but kind of like the music, is the lyrics from Three Night Dog Song. I don't know who Three Dog Night is. It sounds familiar, but I don't think I could ever place a song by them. So anyway, thank you for watching. That was okay. I mean, I still feel good that I managed to win the 30-minute game, and then I even managed to pull out a victory this Blitz game, albeit very, very stressful. And I don't know that I enjoy Blitz too much, just because of the time constraints anyway. But I mean, they really say if you want to get better, don't play Blitz. You want to be able to think about your moves and strategize and plan. And that's why I mostly stick to like the 30-minute games. I've tried playing Blitz before, and I didn't really like it. You just can't think. So anyway, I hope you enjoyed it. Be sure to click and subscribe once again. Tell your friends, everybody, I don't care. And I will see you again next time. Take care.